YouTube. Today is the morning of 23rd November 2021. It's around 7:15 and this is what the sunset looks like in my house. And you can see I decided to sleep over, and the reason why is I am testing the heating system of the house. Another sunlight view, and this looks like outside. And outside today is -6 Celsius. Inside right now is 51 Fahrenheit. That's around 11 Celsius. You can see the room temperature is 51, and then 58 is the concrete temperature. I turned on the boiler yesterday around 10 o'clock, and I Googled about heating concrete floor, and I found out that it could take up to 3 days to heat concrete. So it's heating. Last night when I came here, it was I came here about 9 o'clock, I think. And it was at 58, so it went up by 11 degree since last night. So it's making good progress, I guess. So if it goes another 10 degrees in next 10 hours, 20 degrees, so it's around 70, which is a good temperature. I'm wearing a t-shirt right now. The reason why is that the house is even temperature. It feels like if my current house, which is made out of stick, if I were wearing t-shirt in this temperature, I would be freezing to death, because the temperature is so uneven that it feels that unevenness makes me, it's not, my body does not react the right way. But this is even temperature, so even though at 10, I still feel comfortable. So I want to find out how it feels around 20 degrees Celsius. I had lots of issues with when I was installing all this. We're going to clean up this area. You can see I'm going to talk about the HVAC system in a minute. This area we're going to clean up and make it like storage room, temporary storage room, all this area. And then our living space is going to be around that area there. I'm going to get rid of this, my favorite desk here. Served me well. It's time for it to be stripped out. Here I was building this for like 2 weeks. I learned a lot about pressure and temperature. You can see now the pressure is around 20 psi. So it goes between 15 to 25 psi. Last time I saw it at 25 psi. I was getting up and checking it. The temperature of the boiler is right now. It cannot go more than. It's not going more than. Oh, it's going up. It's going up a lot, right? Yeah, it's running well. Earlier it was running around 70 because the house was taking forever to heat. So this is a boiler, Thermolec. It's a Canadian made boiler, and I have a 3-way check valve over there, and this is supposed to be working, helping to work between the heat pump outside and the boiler. And this side is a radiant floor heating system side, and you notice there's a circulation pump over there. All right, there's one circulation pump, and then there is a circulation pump over here. If you go to the website of Thermolec, the company Thermolec, you will find out that they have a manual that shows you how to install this, basically. So originally I did not have this pressure reducing valve, all right, and my pressure was going nuts. Even before I get any temperature, my pressure here was rising to more than 30 psi, and this is set for 30 psi, this relief valve, and liquid was glycol was coming out of there. So I had to strip everything out, and I had a leak here too. If I remember, I had a leak in here, so I have to redo this. All right, and I have to redo this. You can see I disconnected, reconnected it. I had to put that in there, the whole system. It took me a while to do that. Let's build this up, the whole thing. I built it myself, and I put the tank, another expansion tank, and I put another expansion tank here, and I'm trying to keep the pressure at less than 30 psi, and that's why I'm here today, to make sure that it doesn't go more than that, and to make sure that nothing goes wrong. Another safety concern that I have is this cable here. This cable here, okay, it's 8 gauge, all right, and originally I was using this 6 gauge cable, but it was designed for ground, so it wasn't making a good contact in there, and it caught fire. Even though 6 gauge, you notice I had fire. This melted. I was using that piece to connect that. This is connected to a ground now. Is bringing ground cables. There's no voltage in there or current. But when I use the same thing for the hot line, it melted. So I have 2 hot coming in there. This neutral is not being used because the system doesn't take neutral. It just takes 120 and then a ground. So this cable here, I don't know if it's gonna pass an inspection, but I'll find out. But I have a plan to replace it anyways. This is number 8. So from time to time when I put my hands on it, it was feeling hot. So this is a 40 amp, I think, a 50 amp, like 11.5 kilowatt. It's in there, it's written. Kilowatt it consumes. So you multiply, divide that by 240, you get around close to 50 amp. And 50 amp is usually uses number 6 gauge. So I need to find 6 gauge as 2 wire, not 3 wires in the ground. They call it 6 gauge, I think 6/2. That's what they call it, I think. But because it's supply demand issues, it's very hard to find them. Apparently everybody uses those 6 gauge cables for the hot tub. So you won't find it in town. It's like everybody don't have it. So I tried to be creative. We used a cable that's meant for ground, and it caused fire. Scared the hell out of me. So I changed it to this cable, which is the number 8. The reason why it didn't cause fire is it fit nicely in there. You can see it fit nicely in there, and uh, and it's tight. There's no air gap, right? I mean, high current when there's air gap, in between the contact point, it creates. So again, this is like YouTube, internet thing I find out mostly. But I'm an electronics instructor, but still, yeah, that air gap creates fire. So, and that air gap, when you're using this Marinette thing, it causes fire. So I fixed that problem, and even though you can see all this is temporary, a lot of my stuff is temporary. I'm just do critical things so I can move in, and then I'm gonna make things neat as I go along. But I just want to do things very quickly so I can move in. You can see everything is open, dangerous stuff. What else? Yeah, so I managed to insert the check 15 psi pressure reducing valve, and it kept the pressure under 30. And this is the boiler side. You can see it comes out of that tank and it goes into pressure reducing valve 15 psi. If need be to reduce more, it goes into the expansion tank and then goes back in the boiler. This is a boiler side only, and then it comes back out. It gets heated in that tank inside the boiler, comes back out. That's just a safety to make sure it's running at under 30 psi. If not, the liquid comes out of there, glycol. Oh, there's some noise here. And then it comes out of this circulation pump, and it goes back into the tank, right? This is the glycol, 150 liters of glycol. Also, because there is another main heater system, which is the compressor outside, there are three-way valve connected into the system, and that's another part. And then the T, there's a T. This is part of the three-way valve. It T's and it goes back to the compressor, and it goes back to heating domestic. So there's another line for domestic. I'll talk about the design, but today I just want to talk about the boiler, and I want to test just the boiler to make sure if the boiler demand meets, the requirement. How much would the boiler by itself heat? I want to answer the question: would the boiler by itself heat the house without the heat pump outside? So this boiler is rated for 37,000 BTU. I googled online for ICF 10 BTU per square feet. If you do the calculation, this floor by itself inside is 2,400 square foot. The floor, the concrete. So if you do the calculation, this would be a 5,000 square foot house. I would need at least 50,000 BTU. But this is ICF, and I Googled about ICF MVIC, and I have my system is MVIC Plus, which is rated for R50. So it should meet the demand of the house. I'm gonna find out today if the boiler meet the demand of the house. Still has to heat this domestic hot water tank, and this domestic hot water tank is designed to hold 131 Fahrenheit, no more than that. And here is 122 Fahrenheit for the in-floor heating. So very low temperature goes through the floor, and everything is kept at low temperature to make sure everything lasts for a long time, runs efficiently, right? It's heating the house very, very slowly. Around this area, I feel like a little bit cold. I think the cold may be coming. I think this may be coming through that, so I gotta insulate more, right? I gotta insulate over there more. So, yeah, and I'm still putting more glycol in the system, You can see how quiet it is. This pump is running. You won't even hear it. The niceness about this place is so quiet. Yeah. I guess, yeah, this area is not heated. Maybe that's why it's cold. I don't have any heating in this area here. So yeah, that's why. Okay. So, and I guess that's all I have. I'm still wiring. It's gonna take me a while, but it will come together. And I'm planning to move this week. If I don't move this week, next week is December. In the forecast there's snow, and my driveway is gonna be tough to bring anything up on my driveway because it's gonna be snowing. So I want to be moving in the next couple of days. All right. So this is my first night that I slept here, and it feels so nice. The view outside is amazing. You can see the driveway too, right? So, okay. Thank you. I have a lot more project. One of my, the guy who built the roof, after the roof was installed, I said to him, "Oh my God, that's it, man, I'm done, because there's only little left." He goes, "This is a beginning." So this is the beginning of all my projects. I have a ton of projects. I spent a lot of money. That system looks very simple there. It is a very simple system for a big house like this. But these fittings and these plumbing brass cost a lot of money now. And I spent more than I expected. So hopefully this will be the last of it that I'll be spending for a while, and just focus on finishing and building shelves and stuff for my children, and making it more comfortable for my family to live in. I don't need much. This mattress is more than enough for me. But my family, I gotta provide comfort for them. So YouTube, please subscribe. Please follow me, my journey. Once I move in, there's a lot more to come. I will try to put more every day, as much as I can. I will be more frequent from now on. Once I move in and I'm settled, I can relax and I can edit my videos and I can do better things. I also want to point out that I got my internet. I have 50 megabytes per second. That is there. That piece that you see there is my internet, and it's facing south. ExploreNet, they have the radio transmitters in this area, and he said it's so. I'm up on the hill. My neighbors call me they call this house the house on the hill. I call it Rocky Rookie House, but it's also on the hill. And so this is pointing down that way, and it's so, I get so much signal that I can get the maximum speed, I think, which is around 50 megabytes per second. That's more than what I need. This is the cable for it. So I got internet as well. I got water, I got electricity, I got heat, I got everything I need. So we can move in. The only thing left is to wire more circuits. This is the only circuits that I have for now. I think 3 outlets. I need to wire more circuits. I need to finish the lighting. And also I need to finish my toilets. And this week I should be able to finish that. And then the real project begins after that. So subscribe, like, share, please. Help me out. I've been having tough time reaching 1,000 subscribers. I have fans on YouTube that like my videos and comment for me, and I appreciate that. A few of them commented that they can't believe that they did not find my channel. I guess I'm not doing the work to make my channel grow faster. There's a lot of work that needs for that to happen, but in time it will get better. So the way I take videos also in time will get better. So I appreciate it. Thank you. Bye.